Visitation, I think, was really well done. So I do like Zeffirelli's Jesus of Nazareth.
That had a huge impact on me.
Zeffirelli's from the 70s, Jesus of Nazareth, right?
That was my favorite.
Now, you have Robert Powell, who's this hyper British guy. They always say the British play biblical figures and Nazis. They always have, with the British accent, But I think that's a very well crafted and very well done. And again, the cream of the crop of the English acting world. You had Olivier in that, and you had Ralph Richardson in it, and even Ernest Borgnine. It was actually very fine, I think, in that. James Ferrantino. Remember those figures from that era. But I think that was very well crafted. Now, Powell, to me, had too much of the kind of ethereal Jesus about him. You wouldn't really think, I want to sit down and have a drink with this guy. Nevertheless, I thought there was a lot of virtue to it. The quality of that, I think, it's almost like it presents tableau. It takes a scene from the life of Jesus, and it ends up like a beautiful artistic depiction of it. Think of the Annunciation from that, or the Visitation. I think it was really well done. So I do like Zeffirelli's Jesus of Nazareth.
That had a huge impact on me, that as a kid, seeing that. It's so much so that as an 11-year-old, after having seen the crucifixion scene, as most 11-year-olds will do, I went out into my backyard. I found a couple of timbers. I hammered them together. I hammered the nails, where the hands go and where the feet go, and then I proceeded to do my own way of the cross around my backyard. How my neighbors didn't call the cops or something like
There's a really weird kid.
Yeah, there's this kid carrying around a first-century Roman torture device. I think we should talk to the parents. And up until the point where I literally would just process to the garage and plant the cross next to the garage, a little cinder block I would step on and just slide my hands and just reenact the crucifixion as an 11-year-old. So I guess God kind of had it in his mind the whole time that I would end up doing this. Couldn't quite get away from destiny. But that's the power of media. That's the power of the image. And when you have an image that I think with Jesus of Nazareth, I really feel that Zeffirelli in that production was inspired by the Holy Spirit. I think it had such power to reach in. And when you go to some of the religious bookshops, and they have like portraits of Jesus, and it's Robert Powell's face. I'm like, whoa, and just even seeing images of my own face as Jesus, to me, is kind of, it's shocking and bizarre, and I don't know how anybody ever